Hello, Holiday Time viewers. Judy Shields here. Today, we welcome back one of our special guests that we love to talk to, Makenzie. Hey, Makenzie, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Look at that wonderful hat you have on there. So cool. What's it say on the side?
Oh yes, so this is a custom made hat that my friend Brittany Muncie makes. Her hat company is Brimmed Hat Design. She's based near Knoxville, Tennessee. So she actually made this hat for me on my birthday last year. And on the sides, she has my little saying, which is stay blessed. Well, it's usually I say stay safe, and then I
Yes.
say stay blessed. And then she put my last name
Oh,
at the
Phipps. Oh my
bottom.
goodness. Well,
But
folks, we
yeah,
want to also tell you that today is Mackenzie's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Put another candle on your birthday cake.
thank
I'm not
you.
going to sing, not with you having a voice like you do. Oh my goodness. I mean, your birthday today, and I think your new song premiered today, didn't it?
Mhm. Yes, it did.
Boy, 18 Wheels.
Yes.
So
18.
how was that? That was written by Shane, right? Shane wrote
Yes,
that one?
Shane Begley. He wrote this song for me to perform at the 50th Mid-America Trucking Show anniversary held in Louisville, Kentucky a couple of years back.
So do you know, does he have family that's are truck drivers? Because that's an amazing song. Oh, it's such
No,
a
I
fun.
actually don't think he has any family members that are truckers. He is so insanely talented with writing about any kind of topics, and he whipped this song up after it was pitched to him to write a song for me to sing. He did a very good job at not only writing a tear-jerking, heartfelt storyline, but also just conveying the overall message as to how much truckers mean to us in today's world.
Yeah, because sometimes we take advantage of that, especially if we're out there driving, sometimes you get a truck driver that might like pull out in front of you because you think that, but maybe he doesn't really see you. So it's like, folks, don't be so aggressive towards truckers and, give them the road because they've got especially if they have a load. It's amazing things because they do, they're gone as long as they're allowed to drive, whether that's all night and they can have hazardous materials and all kinds of stuff. And the food that we eat, I mean, it's like everything we see in the grocery store may have been brought to us, from a truck driver across the country. And it's men and women, all color, all sizes. So, yeah.
Everything that you have in your house, a trucker probably brought. And I mean, just like you said, they could be. I actually found out last night I did a live show with Shane, just reminding people that the song was releasing and also just having him answer some questions about the song. And I'd actually asked a trucker that was in our comments, what's the longest period of time they can legally drive? And they had said 11 hours. That's insane.
I didn't even know that. 11 hours?
11 hours. She had said you can get like you could take like a 30-minute break or something, and then you're driving 11 hours. And I mean, gosh, I drive to Virginia like I will be this weekend, and that's only 5.5 hours, and I already feel exhausted doing that. But doubling that amount, I couldn't imagine.
Oh, yeah. And then, like I said, sometimes if you're on highways where not so bad, but it's got to be, you imagine driving 10 hours and then getting into these cities that they got to try to maneuver those big things. I just don't know how they make those turns and back up.
I have no idea.
Well, that's an amazing song. I wasn't sure whether, I had to read into it to see whether it was something you wrote about your dad. Wasn't sure what dad did, but do you have anyone in your family that drives truck?
Yes, I had actually two uncles, one of which was my uncle Larry, and I found that out recently. My mom had actually told me. They're kind of more of my uncles that I hung out with, especially when I was younger. They would all come to my mom's house and we'd all get to spend time together. And over the last couple of years, they've kind of settled down and such. But I did find out that they were truckers. So I appreciate not only their commitment to being truckers, but everybody else out there that is doing the job.
You released a video as well for the song as well, did you?
So for 18 Wheels, I have not done like an official video yet
Okay.
for this song, but I have been doing different outlets. I've been sending and doing different interviews as well as I have been on RFD-TV, and
Yeah.
I did an acoustic version of that song that people can go check out as well. We may have a video for this song coming out at some point, but we'll have to see if it's in the budget.
Well, we got to do a GoFundMe or something because that would be an amazing video because you could do all kinds from how you travel. You can have all kinds of videos of different trucks, and female. And I mean, I saw a woman get out of the truck, and usually you see these big burly guys, and she looked like she was 4 foot something, and she gets out of that truck, and I was like, "Oh, you go, girl!" That was pretty awesome. So
You never know
it would
what you're
be
going.
it'd be a great video of all kinds of showing that kind of stuff, from going from one end and getting to the delivery to pick up. So that'd be pretty awesome. So what else have you been up to? You've got so many different songs. We talked to you with Life Gives You Love. I mean, that was a pretty good Valentine's Day song.
Yes, it was talking about just love and whether you least expect it. If it comes into your life, you better snatch onto it and run with it. But I have been working, especially on my 2024 calendar. I have managed to get over 80 to 85 shows booked for the entirety of 2024. So I've been very much working on that. I am actually going to be moving into a new apartment this month.
Oh,
So that's going to be a change.
awesome.
And I'm going
So
to be adding another furry edition.
look it. Yeah, I heard you're getting one for your birthday. One's coming up, huh?
And it's gonna be Baby Raven's brother.
Baby Raven's brother.
So we'll
What's
say
gonna be Raven's brother's name?
his name is Jared.
Jared. Oh,
Yes, he is from my local animal shelter that I actually have been working at, and I love working with the animals and taking care of them throughout the day and such. And when he came in, he had actually, we believe, been attacked by something because he had had a
oh.
wound on his back. And he is 3 years old and only 5 pounds. He is a small boy, and I had to give him medicine and everything like that. And he is doing so much better now, and that wound is almost completely gone. But I just fell in love with him. He is cross-eyed and he is just a ball of cuteness, and I've been wanting to give baby Raven a brother or a sibling for some time now. So now she's not only going to be in a new house, but she's going to have a new sibling.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be so cool. You'll have a couple of them running around.
Two, I think, is my limit right now.
So will you be you're gonna get a new apartment? Is that gonna be there in Nashville as well?
Yes, it's actually about 10 minutes from where I'm living now, outside of Nashville.
Very cool, very cool. Well, let's talk about your tour. How does someone like you go about the tours? I mean, I know you have managers, but explain to us how it is to go on tour.
Yeah, so especially this year, since I moved from Virginia last summer,
Hmm.
I still have a very great following in Virginia, West Virginia. I'm still trying to build the fan base in Tennessee. So I decided to kind of have my time split between the two. So for 2024, my time is going to be split from doing shows in Tennessee and going back to my hometown in Virginia and doing shows there and in West Virginia.
Well, that's pretty cool. So is there favorite places that you're gonna make sure you go to again that you really like? Or is
Yes,
that hard
so
to get in?
one place I definitely love, we've played it for a while now. It is back home in Virginia. Well, it's actually in West Virginia, in Herndon, which is in the middle of nowhere for people that have never heard of it.
Yeah.
But there is a place called Riders Paradise. It is on the Halffoot and McCoy trails, I believe. It's on the ATV trails, and it's just kind of like a shack in the middle of nowhere. But you'd be surprised who all comes there. And we have played there for years now. They are such great people that own it, Lance and all of them. And if you're in the West Virginia area and we're playing, you need to come on out because it's always a fun time.
So did you have a really good Christmas holiday? We talked to you before all that. Everything was good for Christmas last year?
Yes, I got to spend time with my family, and I did go back to Virginia to celebrate with my family. And during that time, so we went to Virginia a couple weeks before Christmas because that was just the way it worked out. And
Yeah.
that was kind of stressful because the time that my parents and I and all of us went back to Virginia was when Nashville was having the tornado.
Ah,
So I was freaking out because, of course, I had baby Raven at the house all by herself, and I
mm,
had cameras set up that were, of course, connected to Wi-Fi. So the tornado knocked all of the
mm.
internet out, so I could not see her. and I'm over here trying to contact my PR guy. He was sick and asleep through the whole thing. I was like, oh my gosh, he could be dead. I don't know what's happening. And I
Oh,
was able to get a hold of my neighbor, and I asked if everything was okay, and it had missed where our neighborhood was
oh, thank
outside of
God.
Nashville. But it was definitely a stressful time. We could barely eat because we were freaking out so much because we were like, oh my gosh, what about our house? Is Raven going to be okay? And it was so stressful. But thankfully, we did not get any brunt of that tornado. And I know a lot of places around here, unfortunately, did. And they are still recovering from the devastation. So they're going to need all the support they can get from the community, just building back up from nothing. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just, it was something else. I'd never dealt with tornadoes. I mean, in Virginia, you didn't really have tornadoes.
I can't imagine. I mean, we have our earthquakes. We actually had one last night. Which is the neighboring city, and you kind of feel it. And my kids live with me, and all of a sudden you hear upstairs, did you feel that one? Wow. I mean, it's just like go right back to sleep. It just kind of goes, makes you move a little. But I can't
Gosh,
imagine thank God you weren't there, but to not be there and know you have an animal, that had to be really stressful for you.
yes, it was. But all in all, we did have a good Christmas and New Year's. So I was fortunate for that.
And yep, 2024 is here. And like I said, I'm looking at your schedule all over the place. And it's sounds like they're really cool places that you're going to be at, especially there in Nashville. That's very cool for you. Have you had time to write?
Yes, I have been working on new material. Shane has as well. We've been working on some things, and we are very excited to be getting back into the studio here soon to be recording everything.
Very good. So you have any little hints on kind of what you're writing about?
Oh, Lord, one song is about alcohol.
Oh,
Because what country song isn't about alcohol? But it is about a newer generation, my generation, I guess you could say. It's an alcohol gravitated towards them.
yeah.
And another one I wrote, it is like a trashy trailer park redneck breakup song. I wrote in the gym parking lot of all places. But I had such a great time writing that song. And that was actually one of the first songs I've ever wrote that was not based on personal experience.
I was gonna
So
say,
yeah, when it comes out, I'm definitely gonna be having people go, "Did that happen to you?" And I'll be like, "If it did, call the cops."
yeah.
But I can't wait to share all the new material with everybody.
Oh yeah, because especially that one, we want to talk about, how you incorporate the music with it, because that's what I love about you. It's like hearing your song and then hearing whether they're your songs or someone else's. It's a song that you chose that someone else like Shane may have written, what it means to you and how you sing it and the music that's chosen. It's, you're so talented.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And so let's share some of your social media so how our listeners and viewers can find you out there and get all your great, amazing music.
Yes, so you can follow me on any social media. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and I have my website, MakenziePhipps.com. And everybody can go stream 18 Wheels and share it with everybody that you know. And it may impact somebody in a way that you may have never thought it would. I mean, there's so many people out there that have truckers in their lives and nobody ever mentions it. I mean, when I went on RFD, Suzanne, one of the hosts, had talked about her family members have been truckers. So it's definitely a topic that hits home for a lot of people. I mean, if you don't have a relative, then you may know somebody that is a truck driver. So share it with everybody and get in the trucking community and just have it go around the country.
Hey, Makenzie, have you been able to travel abroad yet to other countries?
I have not. I am hoping to soon. Dealing with everything with passports and stuff, I'm gonna have to renew that. That's for sure. Because last time I even got on a flight was when I had went to Daytona in the summer to go ride in the NASCAR. And one dilemma with that whole scenario was during the week before, I had just went and changed my driver's license from Virginia to Tennessee. And in the state of Tennessee, they don't print out hard copies on the spot. So they give you a paper copy. And the night before my flight, I just sat there and I was like, are they going to accept this as a valid form of ID? And I was stressing so much. And I was like, I'm going to bring my social security card and my passport. Come to find out my passport's expired. But thankfully, they were able to get everything fixed and stuff. But I will definitely have to update my passport before traveling out of the country.
Yeah.
But I hope to do so one day soon.
So where would you like to go when if they say, okay, you're all ready to go, you pick. Where do you think you'd want to go?
I would love to go to the UK.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot of people on my page that are based out of there, and I've always been fascinated with their culture, really. Like, I don't even know if culture is the right word, but just their way of living. I think it's so intricate. I think they're fancy.
Yeah, I think they have all kinds of like and I heard like in Ireland they have for country music and all kinds of
Mhm.
songwriters. You should
Yeah.
look into that where they have, where you come and they have a place for you to write. Can you imagine being there in Ireland and writing? So you keep us posted on that. But first of all, get that passport taken care of.
Yes, I will.
So you have any kind of other information to share with us before we let you go on your birthday? Like, what are you going to do for your birthday? Share
I
that.
actually have a show tonight in Clarksville, and then in the morning I will be heading back to Virginia for us to do a Valentine's Day show at Fincastle in Bluefield. So people can come on out if they want to, if they're in the area. It's going to be a great time, and I'll get to see all of my friends and family while I'm down there, and it's going to be an awesome weekend.
Well, congratulations on the new song and everything else. Happy birthday. You be safe out there and let us know about when you get your second edition there at home.
I will most definitely, but thank you so much for speaking with me. It's always a pleasure.
All right, you take care. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
Bye for
bye.
now.